Crossfire, it's 6:16 a.m. Time to get to what the newspaper headlines are saying for today, the 25th day in the month of February 2025.
Hot and fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
Remember that these headlines are published by these media houses and have nothing to do with Nigeria Info. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Sun newspapers, the Daily Trust newspapers, the front pages of the Vanguard and the Punch newspapers. Getting started with the Punch newspapers on the front page, Lagos Assembly Speaker Miranda may step down as Akande panel shortlists 7. Man arrested for beating girlfriend to death in Lagos. Filling stations shut, loading halted as Lagos impounds tankers. Ex-Nigerian NSA linked to $1 million U.S. horse farm, according to report. 2027 APC berates El Rufai for attack on Tinubu and Ribadu. Tax reform, Senate asks FG states to firm up agreement. Osun crisis, LG workers shun APC chairman's ultimatum to resume. Subscribers lament as MultiChoice raises DSTV subscription by 21%. Varsity student drowns in Bayelsa Creek over 300 naira bet. $4.5 billion fraud. Emefiele alleges bias, demands judges withdrawal. Suspected herders kill 2 farmers in Edo. Kano NNPP National Assembly members attack Kwankwaso, reject suspension. And finally, on the Punch newspapers, Anambra 2025, APC chieftain vows to unseat Soludo. These and many more you'd find on the Punch newspapers this morning. A quick look at the front page on the Vanguard newspapers. Tax evasion, NLC, TUC, NECA tackle Akpabio over comments. NECA being Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, tackling Akpabio over his comments. Why Nigeria suffered 5 military coup, according to IBB. Stakeholders call for a stronger framework to boost Nigeria's sector. Ipman threatens shutdown over 100 billion naira bridging debt. Naira hits 7 months high, appreciates to 1,500 to the dollar in parallel markets. 9 die as bus rams into truck on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Cholera outbreak claims 3, many hospitalized in Delta community. NNPP, my suspension is baseless, can't hold water, according to Kano lawmaker Rurum. NNPP suspends Senator Kawu, 3 other lawmakers. I will never join PDP, but could join other parties if. That's according to El Rufai. You can find the details of that on the Vanguard newspapers. Aiyedatiwa sworn in as Ondo 7th governor. PDP, Ude Okoye sick to join Anyanwo's suit against INEC and Damagun. Lagos Assembly, Miranda may step down as Speaker. Setonji or Ralph poised to take over. Nigeria on right path. Obi wouldn't have done anything differently, according to Cosmos Maduka. Abducted Afenifere youth leader begs for 100 million naira ransom in viral video. Tough economy, why most chicken used for barbecue are rotten. Southwest, South lead in illicit drug use in Nigeria, according to NDLEA. And finally, on the Vanguard newspapers, a 10-year-old mother throws newborn baby to death from hotel window. You'd find details of these and more on the Vanguard newspapers. A quick look at the Daily Trust. The top story on the front page says, Customs withdraws 4% import charges. Tenant beats up landlord over house rent. NAS didn't reject me, Tinubu did, according to El Rufai. PDP crisis deepens as NWC disowns Wike Cam's zonal congress. Tinubu, not National Assembly, dropped me as minister, says El Rufai. Bafarawa to Tinubu, don't stifle opposition, uphold democracy. NNPP suspends senator associating with Ganduje. How FG spent $8 billion to support Naira, according to Rwanda. Northwest security strategy needs overhaul, according to General Kukasheka. And finally, on the Daily Trust, Kanu APC chair, Tinubu's minister isn't our member. We don't know why he was appointed. You'd find these and many more on the Daily Trust newspapers this morning. Our final stop will be the front page of The Sun. And a cover story here says, fuel scarcity looms as Ipman threatens showdown. Assembly crisis, Rivers Reps Caucus backs Fubara, Okojombo. CJN tasks judges on respect, obedience, collaboration. Less than 30% Nigerians pay tax, but 100% want good infrastructure. That's according to Akpabio. 1966 coup not driven by ethnic sentiments. Nzeogu was only Igbo in name. That's according to IBB. PDP member prays court to declare Ned Nwoko's seat vacant. NNPP suspends 4 NATS members over alleged anti-party activities. PDP Ude Okoye seeks to join Anyawu's suit against INEC and Damagun. APC lawyers write panels over security concerns at Benue Tribunal venues. Rule out PDP, El Rufai reveals destination after APC. Ministries unite to protect fiber cables from road construction damage. Truck owners threaten strike over alleged extortion by Lagos traffic personnel. Customs cancels import declarations made during 4% FOB implementation. Assembly crisis, Rivers Reps Caucus backs Fubara, Okojombo. In entertainment, my Instagram followers are reducing. Kanayo calls out Meta. And that'll be a good place to leave it on the Sun newspapers. We'll go on a very quick commercial break, and when we get back, we'll get to your reactions. Don't go away.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria
Connection established.
Seven zero zero 951 0000 0809 597 4869. On WhatsApp, it's 080 999 30137. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja, so you can watch us live on there as you drop your thoughts. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, this is Charles speaking.
Welcome, Charles. Go ahead.
The 1966 coup was not actually an Igbo coup from the revelation of the IBB's book. That propaganda was actually carried out by the BBC, the British government. What they did was to make other ethnic groups to fight. That 1966 coup led to the Nigeria-Biafran Civil War. Over 5 million people were killed for a false narration that was given by Britain in order to destabilize this country when they saw the growth that was going. Till today, there has been hate, so many things against the people of the East because that coup was tagged an Igbo coup. Our people have been segregated. Politically, our land has been destroyed. Look at the 2025th National Assembly. I was watching a member of the House of Reps telling the Speaker that on the project that was going to be carried out in Nigeria, Southeast and part of South were excluded. When the government go to borrow this money, our region, the gas they are using, selling to pay this loan and share every month, come from region where I come from. And yet, and we are excluded. Where do you see this kind of injustice? There is nowhere in the world, if there is somebody should call and correct me, where a mineral resources is extracted from a region, and that region does not benefit from the project going on that country. In most countries, including America and Britain, that is destroying this country, you have wealth, you have the Scotland, you have all of them, like an independent country running their affairs and paying tax to the central government. British make sure it never works here. And all they do is Igbophobic.
All right.
Do this, Igbos do that, Igbo do this, Igbo do this. But that hate is haunting Nigeria till tomorrow, till this world ends. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Gabriella.
Good morning. You're welcome.
My name is Salasi.
Welcome, Salasi. Go ahead.
I want to start by saying wishing Uncle Aki a happy birthday. I wish him many more years in return in sound and good health. I want to talk about this Afenifere leader kidnapped in Abuja here. And they are still demanding for 100 million to rescue him in Abuja, the city capital, where all the security information are. We have the DSS, we have the NIA, we have the intelligence in Navy, in Air Force, in the Land Army, and on and so on. And still up to now, this guy has been kidnapped in the city of the capital, and still up to now couldn't rescue. We want to see the NSA, we want to see the NIA doing their work, reuniting this guy with his family. And for the people eating barbecue of chicken, so you hear from the news, some people are eating rotten chicken and dead chicken. One has to be very careful before you sit somewhere and be licking your hands, thinking that you are enjoying, not knowing that you are eating something that will affect you or someone. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you as well for sharing that. Let's take some of your comments on our Facebook feed. Remember, we're streaming live on there at Nigeria Info Abuja. We're also streaming live on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. Dr. Mrs. Umar Olebara from Owerri says, some of our leaders start well, midway get drunk in power and end up in disgrace. Power really intoxicates. These are people who were once very ordinary, without enviable background and beginning, perhaps humble and godly. We trusted and gave them a mandate, but suddenly a mandate turned to our undoing. Let them take it easy and know that power is not permanent. It is transient. You have it today, tomorrow it is gone. Bill Dave says, Portable, who claims to be suffering from mental illness instead of being in a mental institute for complete rehabilitation, is set to release a new track. I admire his quick recovery. Meanwhile, Ipman is set to strike if conditions aren't met. Let this government just try and put the people first for once, just for once. Lastly, the Senate president claims only 30% of Nigerians pay taxes. That's laughable. He forgets that electricity bills, banking dealings, among others, contain one tax or another. Hopefully they start using our paid taxes for people's interests and not theirs, is what Bill Dave says. Lion Khan Nuruddin says, well captured by El Rufai, Tinubu's government is for his people and not Nigeria's populace. And one more, Moaza John Lasisi from Buhari says, honestly, we cannot avoid the fuel crisis now. Something should be done to avoid it. That's from Moaza. We'll get back to the messages shortly, but let's get back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, sis. My name is Mrs. Omeza.
You're welcome.
So, somebody that sells frozen food told us that due to hardship, people don't really buy frozen food. So, they will have chicken that will spend 6 months, 4 months in the freezer. So, what they do, they quickly approach people selling barbecue. Not everybody, but few. Then they buy it and do it for sale. You know, yesterday I stated it clearly that things are dropping, especially perishable food, not because there's any miracle performed by the government, but because of this kind of thing. I thank you, that woman, for saying it so that people will understand what is going on. You went up Elefuna meat, you go buy. That mass, I was growing up, they told us white meat is good. But when you grow old, do more vegetables and fish. So I will go buy meat. El-Rufai yesterday, I'm yet to complete the video, but I watched the part that he stated that it's not the National Assembly that stopped him from being part of Mr. President's cabinet, but the president himself. And I'm wondering, I remembered when our president went to Chatham House, he delegated El-Rufai and others to answer questions, and El-Rufai answered questions that borders on security. The same Mr. President during campaign, he told El-Rufai, I know you don't want to work with me. I beg you because of your capacity. I want you to work with me. So it is an irony, if not a paradox, that El-Rufai is telling us clearly that it's the president that doesn't want to work with him. Is it that there's something that El-Rufai or those in government know that we don't know? Sis, you told us that DSTV increased their tariff. My television doesn't know when last I on it. It's even dusty. Then the technician told me, Madam, if you want to clean your television, don't use water because water is very dusty. So there are things that when they increase the tariff, we don't even need to bother again because we can't afford it. It's beyond the reach of the common man. So I don't want to bother myself. Now, pure water and the other things that they will increase the tariff that it will bother me. Let them continue to increase because they don't have option. They need to stay afloat. Nigeria, if I raise my 2 hands for now, in the night I wake up, you are running. With which diesel? God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Omeza, for sharing that with us. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning, the angelic Gabriella. This is Abakar calling from Gwagulada.
You're welcome.
Great morning, great Shalasi and all the callers. I want to once again appreciate Nigeria Info for your consistent professionalism. I keep wondering how Nigeria Info managed to be in operation despite the exorbitant cost of energy. We have observed that certain radio stations, they are operating at half capacity. But keep it up. You see, Nigeria Info, you are a media empire. You are more than a radio station. It's on IBB Books has made a lot of startling revelation. Apart from accepting the responsibility of annulment of June 12th, he was even revealing to us that the late Nzegu Kaduna, the head of the Jolton who organized 1966 coup, was only Igbo in name. It's a core northerner. But in the end, he was labeled as an Igbo man, and that coup was labeled Igbo coup. And it led to unjust massacre of millions of Nigerians across the board from the north and the southeast. So we hope with this revelation, this injustice will be reversed. The marginalization will be reversed against the southeast. They are fully Nigerian. That is my take. Thank you.
Thank you as well for sharing. Let's get on WhatsApp now and take some of your reactions. We'll listen to this voice note and then we'll take some of your comments as well.
Good morning, Gabriella. Good morning, radio listener. Yes, Obi wouldn't have done anything differently. According to Cosmo Maduka, he spoke my mind. No one will have done something different. Yes, that is the basic truth. That is if you care to hear the truth. There is no God among them. Yes, no one will have done something different. That is just it. Tinubu is doing his best. And although he can improve, but he's on the right path. God bless Nigeria.
All right, Smazu, thank you so much for sending that. Olutade Abiodun says, good morning once again. Must Obasa come back as Lagos Speaker? Somebody who ruled for over a decade. He should go and rest. El-Rufai on Tinubu is as a result of him not included in the government of the day. El-Rufai and Amechi are just bitter because they're not in the scheme of things, is what Olutade Abiodun says. And this says, I'm not surprised with a hike in DSTV bouquet subscription. The amount of politicking going on in this country is very worrisome. We need stronger institutions solutions for a better progressive country. El Rufai is playing a chess game. Wams from Guarimpa sent that in. And this year says, when are we going to do away with fuel scarcity threats in Nigeria? Also, today is my daughter's birthday. Her name is Praise Osamudiamen Okaifo. She's seated listening right now from Daddy and Mommy. Solomon from Kubwa, thank you so much for sharing that. And happy birthday to your daughter, Praise. I hope that you have a splendid birthday celebration and have a great time today. This here says, good morning, Angel Gabriella. I greet Abubakar Danali Baba, everybody. Man who got killed, I'm not sure I understand. I'm sure you're referring to the story about the man who beat his girlfriend to death in Lagos. He says, I call on our beautiful sisters and daughters to be extra careful in engaging in any relationship. As for Tinubu rejecting me, according to El Rufai, he should know that our position as Nigerians are not... that's our position as Nigerians. Okay. Yeah, the head boy from Massacre sent that in. Good morning, Nigeria Info FM family. El Rufai should go and rest as a former minister of the FCT and a governor of Kaduna State. He should thank God for success in politics. Okay, there's no name on that message, but thanks for sharing. Hafsat says, cholera outbreak, we need to take precaution for all these diseases. This year says, subscribers lamenting over DSTV planned 21% increment since Tinubu assumed office. The price of everything has been increasing. I'm not surprised because difficult times are one of the signs that we are in the last days. Let the poor breathe. And that's from Stanley from Etihad Stadium, Suleja in Niger State. And this one is from Danjuma Eagle from Sabon Wuse, who says, my worries on the IBB confession of the annulment of June 12 presidential election is we need to understand the dynamics of the elite politics in Nigeria. In terms of practical reality of daily life, ethnic and religion are not important factors to people's relationship. It is at the level of public space that the elites invoke it to achieve certain positions and privileges. To that extent, IBB actually set a bad template for leadership impetus in the country, and that is why leaders after him are doing everything they like and getting away with it. IBB needs to do the needful. This is what Danjuma Eagle from Sabon Wuse says. All right, so let's get back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, Gabriella.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Mr. Pius calling from Maitama.
Welcome, Mr. Pius. Go ahead.
Abubakar from Bawalada. I think he spoke my mind this morning because this IBB.
Are you there? Okay, you're going to have to call us back. Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Madam, beautiful, lovely sister Gabriella.
You're welcome. What's your name?
This is a lovely brother from North Central part of Nigeria, living in Kuba Federal.
Go ahead.
NFP suspend four House of Rep members because of anti-party. I want to tell NPP political party they should not suspend them. They should call them and ask them the question why they are doing anti-party. Because we need a strong opposition in this country. One of the bad governors of Ahmed Tinubu. Because if you don't have some opposition, the way we are going now, Tinubu want to kill opposition. And one party system is not good for this country. People are suffering, my sister. People are down with hunger. Need by APC administration. In 2050, to come to power, there's no good thing. Common man, every day things are very expensive. Increase tax, increase NEPA tariff, increase fuel, increase no road, no insecurity, no job. So this one opposition to challenge the APC. Thank you.
All right, thanks for sharing that with us. Let's take some of your comments on YouTube. Remember, we're streaming live on there as well at Nigeria Info Abuja. On YouTube, Davis says, good morning. I want to sell my DSTV decoder. Will there be anybody willing to buy it this time? You could try, give it a shot. Sunday Owner says, good morning, Angel. This is blessed Sunday, watching from Niger State. It's laughable when El Rufai says Tinubu rejected me and not Nas. I did laugh is what Sunday owner says. Mohammed Wambai says, I'm not surprised with the hike in the bouquet subscription. The amount of politicking going on in this country is very worrisome. I think he sent this on Facebook as well. Hafsat Mwazo says, good morning, Gabriella. Sad story from Lagos Ibadan Road. I'm curious to read on that stakeholder statement over Nigeria. And the mother who threw her baby must be a mentally ill person. And John Bolos is watching live from Zone 7 here in Abuja. Good morning. And on Facebook, good morning to you, Yarda Cedric. Good morning, Eddie Basso. Good morning to you, Kristen Iberici Benjamin. Hafsat Mwazu, good morning as well. Chokogoze Onu, is watching live from Uburu in Ebonyi State. He says, congratulations to the new governor of Edo State. I will beg the governor to unite the people of Edo and put a stop to all the war in Edo State. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Also, Francis Nnamani says, IBB's autobiography has exposed lies and maltreatments against the Igbos. What we need in this country is equity, fairness, and justice. May God help us, is what he says. Back to the phone lines, and then we'll get to your WhatsApp messages. Good morning.
Good morning, and Gabriel. Good morning. For family. I remember myself, Abubakar Ali, Kid and Ali. I'm calling from PW Kubwa.
You're welcome.
Well, I think, Angel Gabriel, you will agree with me that since 2015 to date, the APC government has not been put on tools like this single man Rufai is doing. Well, I like to separate the message from the messenger at all times. There are things that he said that I agreed, and there are things I did not. But let's try to check. Is it true that indeed the National Caucus of the APC for almost 2 years have not sat to analyze the achievement of the government, the policy of the government vis-a-vis the parties yearning and aspiration for the country? Is it true? We have to fact check some of the things he is saying. Is it true that there are that were appointed that don't know the portfolio they are given, and as such they are giving us try and error policies, such that they have used $8 billion according to Rouhani to support the Naira? Is it true? No, we really have to fact check some of these things, because we are talking about the future of this country, our future and the future of our innocent children. We really have to some of these very, very serious questions. You understand? And the other one is this. Mr. President must look into this matter as a matter. I have said it before, but thank God a public figure is in it. These Lagos guys you surround yourself with that will tell you, yes, sir, will not tell you something is wrong. There's a problem. There is a problem, Mr. President. Because we are floated the Naira and we are using $8 billion. In fact, who appropriated the $8 billion? We need to start digging from there. Who appropriated? Is it the National Assembly? Does it went through a National Assembly appropriation? We need to ask some of these questions. Because we are not in an area where we just do things without following the due process. Let the right thing be done. Thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity.
All right. Thank you as well for sharing that. Let's take some of your comments. Opulent from Buhari says, good morning. El Rufai's comments to rescue Nigeria is not true. None of them can rescue Nigeria because all of them are running politics of greed. However, IBB's confession is supposed to throw so many leaders and elites into jail. Instead, they are now getting rich off of their evil deeds. Only God that is fighting for the poor, because there is no law working for the poor in Nigeria. May God help us, is what he says. And this one here says, good morning, Angel Gabriella. On El Rufai's political struggle, if he was confirmed minister, will Nigeria be seeing or hearing this part 1, part 2 drama? Nigeria politicians should know that their past records will always speak volume of who they are. Nigeria will get it right once again. Triple D from Waru sent that message in. And this says, good morning. I wish Uncle Aki and Uncle Philip from Life Camp a happy birthday and many happy returns. Hajiat Tony Abdusalam from Madala sends those wishes. This year says, on the 1966 coup, it's actually a coup that consists of 99%. Okay. Bello Tolulope, thank you so much for sharing this from Duce. He says IBB should stop playing diplomacy, and 3 months after a reprisal coup revenge took place. Okay. This says, well done. Okay, no name on this, but it just says well done, Nigeria Info. Thank you so much for that one. Maxwell from Kudan says, El Rufai should go and sit down. His time is up. His nemesis is catching up with him. He will soon write his book and tell us about his own side towards Southern Kaduna people. Let's quickly listen to this voice note.
Lady, my name is Prince Okifo. On El Rufai, even if he followed Tinubu to London or to heaven even, and Tinubu later found out that he was blemished and needed him not in his cabinet, there was nothing wrong in using the Senate to toss him or to discard him. There is nobody that is indispensable. Just like Boala said that time, if he were in the cabinet, it's indispensable. He'd be saying all these things he's saying. The answer is no. El Rufai is bitter. And if Tinubu, not his fan in any way, if Tinubu loses 2027 election, it is not about El Rufai. It is about Nigerians who will reject him. That is even impossible. Because the same elements and the same route he took to win then is still very, 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 even more open now.
Good morning, Gabriella. It's Mr. Gideon calling from Abuja, Gwagwalada. The politics of the North is like we have forgotten the politics of the North. When one person is speaking in the side of from the northern side, is indirectly saying the mind of everyone. Is indirectly saying the mind of everyone. I want the South to unite themselves against the North.
All right, that's as much as we can take on the newspaper review for this morning. Again, at the end of the day, we are one Nigeria. Until we begin to behave and carry as one Nigeria, these issues will persist. So let's carry on as one Nigeria. A quick break and we get into the lead.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.